bulldozer is not going. Don't bro-doze me, dude. Who wants to watch me do something stupid? Alright, we're going on something a little different today. It's actually the Galant, which I already started on. So, yep, it's making a sound like there's something bad in the drive shaft. So, kind of got under there. Couldn't really find anything, but did find this rear brake caliper has been dragging. Need to replace some things. So, I went ahead and started tearing into it. But actually for today, I need to get this stuff cleaned up. It's getting the windows tinted from my buddy Dean. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started on that. Well, I actually probably should get this cleaned up before he gets here. Then we'll get started on some other things. Oh man, it was good with the window tint. Buddy Dean killed it on tinting the windows. He also did the daily out there, the Mirage. Does really good work, so really happy with the way it looks. Can't wait to drive it around now with some tinted windows. But first, got to fix a couple things, and we'll go over the whole car once I'm done working on it, so we can get some better shots. First thing we got to do though is got some drive shaft noise that popped up that I kind of forgot about from last year. It's been sitting all winter because I don't drive it in winter here in Indiana. So I believe the carrier bearing is causing some issues. One is filled, one is not. So got some window weld, gonna fill that, and then I also have some bushings, some solid bushings for the carrier bearings on the way. That should be here in the next couple days. So go ahead and get this filled, and yeah, we'll move on from there. Oh, shit. Not what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, new parts. Let's see what we got. So, got some brake lines for the Galant here. They're for a DSM, but I believe they'll work. I'm gonna find out. And got some torque solutions bushings for the carrier bearings. I'm gonna get those installed. Probably won't film too much because it'll just be in the way, especially underneath the car. It's pretty tricky to film with my large figure underneath. So I'll show you once I get done and show you some of the old stuff. Alrighty, brake lines are on. Fitting really nice. So yeah, DSM brake lines do work on Galants, which I'm sure I could have looked it up and found that out, but whatever. So I had to get it done pretty quick so I didn't film anything, and also there was a lot of cussing involved, which everything on this car actually comes apart really well because it's been garage kept for 20 years at this point since I bought it. So, well, 2 years since I bought it and 18 or 19 since the previous owner. So just had a couple brake fittings that were giving me some fits that needed some heat, and maybe some vice grip. but it's all together, nothing leaks. We're gonna go test it out. Drive shaft bushings, yeah, they were pretty done. But those are replaced, so hopefully that gets rid of the drivetrain noise I was hearing. Hopefully that's good. So we just need to put some wheels on and go test drive it. Go see how that goes. So, going on a test drive. I'll make sure this drive shaft's not making any noise, or and the brakes are working. Like I said, the driver rear caliper's been locking up, so it has been a pain. But hopefully, it seems like it's fixed now. So, I do want to kind of go over the history of this car. Alright, so I bought this car back in September of 2018. Bought it from a local guy, well, sort of local, about an hour and a half north of here in Fort Wayne. He had the car for 19 years, I believe, and said out of the 18 years out of the 19, it was garage kept. So it is in really good condition. There is like no rust. There's a couple chips that have rust in the hood, but it's not a big deal at all. So yeah, I bought it from him. Old school DSM guy. He had it. I modded it back in 2000. So like all the mods that are done are like pretty outdated, which isn't a big deal because it runs just fine. It so yeah, it still has an AFC on it, which is I have DSM link that I pulled off the Colt that's going on here. So an AFC, an older Spearco intercooler, 2.5-inch Buescher Racing downpipe with 3-inch exhaust. What else did he have? Man, oh yeah, he had gauges up here on the pillar that were like EGT and a narrow band gauge. So like I took all that off, added, I guess I'll go over the stuff I added at some point. But yeah, it was really well kept. It had a pretty cool story. This thing was in a junkyard because somebody broke a timing belt on it, and they just had it in the junkyard. He rescued it from the junkyard, so pretty crazy. And if whoever's not familiar with these cars, of the Galant VR4s, they only imported 3,000 of these in 91 and 92. This is a 92, and they're all numbered as well. And this is a 59 of 1,000. So rare USDM ones are really rare. I say really rare, but I can still find them somehow. Well, if you're a DSM guy. Yeah, still really rare car. Very cool cars. Absolutely love it. So yeah, the guy did some really good stuff to it, but it just needed updated, really is the only thing it needed to do. So a little bit of boost. Fortunately, trying to floor it, it does not get enough fuel since I changed some things, which I guess I forgot. Some of the other mods he had on here had a small 16G 2G ported manifold. Man, just drawing a blank, of course. And it came with a whole bunch of factory Mitsubishi parts. So like the ABS removal kit, I guess you could say, came with all OEM brake lines and a prop valve. The lines look new, the prop valve was used, so did that, so that's been done on the car because the ABS module was acting up, so that's been done. So real quick, I'm gonna pull into the car wash, and I'm doing the lazy man thing and just doing the automatic. All right, so yeah, in the car wash, gonna get it washed up. Now you get to sit. It's probably gonna be too loud. We'll see. Like I said, no slappy boys hitting the car, so it's safe. All touchless. I feel like I'm staging up. Unfortunately, the e-brake is disconnected. So yeah, a little bit of out-of-date stuff. Also had ground control coilovers with AGX or GR2 shocks. Don't remember which. I think I replaced the rears because they were kind of bouncy. Man, what else? I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. I mean, older radio, so that's been changed. But really cool. I actually found a lot of cool stuff in the car that I'll probably go over once we leave the car wash. Or maybe I can, I don't know, it might be a little dark at this point. So going through the car, this was left in here still. You can see MapQuest directions to, oh, that's the Gull Motel, the old Indy Stars motel everybody used to stay at for DSM shootout. And then more MapQuest directions. I know they're... Anyways, more MapQuest directions that actually go to shootout, to go like Norwalk and Busher's spot. Pretty, I mean, cool to see that, especially being MapQuest from 2005. So still sitting in the car. What else? Oh, that's the plate. Don't need that. Didn't find anything else. Oh yeah, that's funny. In the center console, there is a pocket logger hard drive for the old pocket logger, and there is a logger in here as well. I actually kind of wanted to get this going. Old PDM. Kind of wanted to get it going just so I could turn it on and look at it, but I never emailed them to actually get it done, so didn't actually end up getting that done. But yeah, whatever. Still a cool piece to have. I don't know what to do with it, so I hate to throw it away because it's got the, it'll probably get thrown in a box for nostalgia. But I believe I don't hear the drive shaft, don't hear the thud noise, and the brakes seem to be working better. It's kind of hard to tell. It doesn't feel like it's dragging anymore, so we will see. Hopefully it's fixed. I'm going to start driving it, so then we can really see if there's a bunch of brake dust in a couple days or not. Let's hope not. Alright, back in the shop. I had to bring it in because the lighting's pretty bad right now. The sun's going down, so it's kind of bright the way it comes in where I'm at. So yeah, back in the shop, kind of go over mods on the car. So Exterior wise, didn't do much. I replaced one of the mirrors. I forget which one. One of them was cracked and broken, but it came with another one to replace it that was the same color, which is very cool. So one of the things that came with the car. Other than that, actually, it's just did a 5-lug conversion on it with all DSM stuff, and already had a 4-bolt rear end, and then I put these Evo MR wheels on it. I got from my buddy Avogit, who gave me a hell of a deal on it. And then the window tint. I think that's it for the exterior, really. It doesn't really need anything. So it's such good condition. I guess we'll go over some of that stuff. But only rust on the car is really right there, and then a couple chips in the hood. Couple little dents and dings, and the biggest dent out back here, that guy. So maybe look into fixing that at some point. Then this weird yellow, I don't know what that is, some sort of paint. Haven't tried to take that off yet. And actually, when we tinted the windows, left the 4-wheel steering sticker, even though it's been deleted, but kind of like the way it looked. So there was some of the engine stuff in here, because that changed a bit. So did some hood struts, and did some painting as well. Previous owner did some painting, which wasn't really my style, and I wanted to update it and kind of make it my own anyways. Try to go back to like a factory-ish type look. She did a really good job actually painting all the pieces, because that was kind of a pain, which is good because it was painted well. But here nor there. So yeah, painted the valve cover red, just kind of like factory. Got an FP manifold and a big 16G on it. Buddy had the parts sitting around, and I couldn't pass up the deal. So, you know, more power, more funds. So other than that, painting some things. Yeah, still running on the MAF T, the 3-inch GM MAF, which that'll go once, like I said, once I get DSM link. Put a manual boost controller. It had an older one in there, so I put one of the Hallmans on there, one of those guys, and yeah, I think that's it for the engine bay, really. Not a whole lot to change. Oops. On the inside, let's see. Man, it's kind of dark because of the window tint. So, did have a pillar up here. I took it off. I'm not a big fan of pillar pods. Ended up putting everything down here. Oh yeah, trusty AFC too. So, got a new radio, actual wideband and boost gauge, which turn them on because I dig the way they look. It's green to match. Oh, I don't know who put orange on, but you never go orange. So, cool feature on these cars real quick. So, you got the orange cluster. Wrong button. Oh, it's over here. Now we have a green cluster. Kind of a neat feature that Mitsubishi did back in the day, but yeah, got all the gauges that are green to match all the inside. Gonna do something with the wheel eventually because it's kind of torn up. So do that. Need to replace the sunroof motor. Other than that, it's actually really good condition. And I guess it didn't go over the badge. Yeah, there's the factory badge for anybody that doesn't know much about Galants. So yeah, just a couple things, couple little interior things I want to change. But other than that, not really much. So that's going to do it for this one, and do it for the Galant until I get a DSM link installed. Probably do another video on that. Don't have any major plans besides that, so don't know how much how many more videos I'll do with it, but yeah, I'm just gonna cruise it around, enjoy it, and anything you guys want to see, maybe I'll take to the track once it gets tuned, see what we can run in it. So maybe run a 1250 index is kind of a goal I'd like to do with it, but anything I missed or you guys want to see with it, let me know. Maybe I'll make it in the next video. So get back to the Colt, and we'll see you on the next one.